Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, your host for this pre-market session. And each morning we are watching these new indicators up here, these plus signs. When you see these plus signs, we want to see a percentage over here, preferably 90, 95%. The ones that are stuck on 100, somebody made one trade, nobody else followed through, so this will change or drop off the list if nobody else trades it. So every time you see a plus sign anywhere up here, and even over here, we want to look for some 90s, 95 percentages passing through. Once we see that, I'll click on it. We want to confirm the current bar volume. We want to make sure there's enough volume to get in and get out safely. It's not a certain number. It's high volume flow. We want to see a battle really going on this label right here. Lots of numbers flying by, and this current bar volume is only the volume in the very last candle. Once I confirm the volume, we want to come down here to Dominator Master. We want to see green bars, which are buyers breaking above this yellow average volume line. We also want to see the My Blessing indicator green and pointing north. We also want to see the money flow indicator. This is a fast moving indicator. It lets us know money coming in or money going out. And we want to see this green line going up as well. You'll see this bubble pop in when there's a lot of buyers on board. It will say 100%, 95%, 90. These numbers will change. The lower the number, the weaker the flow. And as this number changes, we want to see the 1 minute chart, the 5-minute chart, and the 15-minute chart, and this label up here all green. I know it sounds a little complicated, but if you watch, you will see that everything just turns green. That's really what you need to look for. And the only confirmation you need to make is there enough volume to get in and get out? If you are new here, I highly suggest you trade on paper. Attend these live streams over and over, but write it down on paper the old-fashioned way, your entry, your exit, and your results. Once you become profitable on paper, change to real money, but trade small share size, anywhere between 1 and 10 shares. If you continue to be profitable with real money, all you have to do to increase your profit is increase your share size. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. I am not a licensed professional. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. So make sure you reach out to the proper authorities before you use any of my indicators or take any of my advice. You could lose some or all of your money. Also, in your active trader, make sure your time in force is EXT. That stands for extended hours. That way you won't miss a trade. And thank you everyone who joined me this morning. I had a little difficulty getting going. Windows Update kind of messed my system up. I don't know how that happened, but it was all over the place. I had to get everything back in order. So my apology for running a little bit late. And we have about a minute and a half to go before the top of the hour. That's when pre-market opens. I've only seen a few stocks moving around, SMCI being one of them. RCAT moving a little bit, but it don't know where it wants to go. So we'll see how the morning goes, and hopefully we'll get some money in the bank. I am ready for the new server. Got word yesterday that the shipping label was printed and we received the tracking number. It's on the way to the local PC shop here. They're going to do some tweaking to it and call me up so I can get it loaded and get this show on the road. Good job, Barry. About 20 seconds left to go here before the top of the hour. Remember, we're watching for plus signs, and we want to see these percentages moving, not frozen on 100%. They'll be near the top up here every time. And here we go. Seeing a flush of red right now. Hope that's not a signal of what's going to happen today. ALUR moving up just a little bit. Let's see if we get a breakout here. I'm watching this volume number here. We want it to pick up and really start flowing with buyers coming in. You can see the indicators are trying to turn green up here, or were. NVDL, that's NVIDIA moving up this morning. A few buyers coming in. I know you're not seeing that stock up here. It's probably out of the price range that I'm scanning for on the pre-market session. But don't worry, I got it covered. SMCI is a little weak this morning. I've been watching it since about 4:30 a.m. It's kind of just been floating along. It is making some progress now. SEPN. Make sure you check the volume on these stocks before you post them. Good call out, Duvin. It's not in my scans anywhere. Yes, it is. It's over on another monitor. I'm not liking these tall wicks up here at the top. There's a lot of sellers or resistance up here, so it may not go much further. Bunch of sellers sitting up here. Let's see if we can round up enough buyers to push through them. Definitely having trouble getting any higher. KTTA on the move. It's a cheaper stock, right around $1.20. Taking off. Be careful of these tall wicks you see like this. This could be a pump and dump. They push it up and everybody else sells out and drives it down and you lose money. So be cautious. Let's see if more buyers come in down here to push it up any higher. There's some sellers right here in this red bar driving it back down. Buyers come right back in over the top, and so do the sellers. Don't have enough buyers yet to push it higher. I'm going to call this one out as a pump and dump. SMCI still rising. 44.25. We have good volume flow on this stock. It's not a real battle going on, but there's probably not going to be a battle up at this price level. A lot of people can't afford that many shares of it, but it's a very beautiful chart pushing higher. You won't get a big red candle at this price level. At least not one all the way back down to the bottom. Good morning, CompuCare team and YouTubers. Little profit taking going on. That is evident right here by this red bar. And the money flow is starting to point south. SEPN still moving higher. Man, I think my system is lagging. Internet speed is good, but I'm way behind. You guys are calling them out, and then I see them later. Hope the Windows update didn't do something different. We're showing weakness here. The My Blessing is kind of trailing downwards. The money flow is negative. We have a red bar here and a red 1 minute label and also a red bubble. So profit taking going on at the moment. Let's hang around and see if it turns around. It may head back upwards. So we're watching for a green tall bar to break above this yellow line and the volume to increase. The taller this bar, the higher the volume. Need the My Blessing to turn around and the money flow to turn around as well. Looks like they're more interested in putting money in the bank than driving it any higher. I think I found the bug. Well, not a bug. I just had to flip a setting back. NVIDIA finding a few buyers this morning. The stock symbol on this one's NVDL, but the volume is low. Good job, Autumn Rain and Chad and C. Few of you making a little bit of buck this morning. SMCI pushing up a little bit. 44.84 now. 85, 88. Needs a lot more buyers. Need to move a lot faster than that. Watching the dominator bar needs to get tall. It's kind of short and green. My blessing is a little weak. Money flow is green for now. Taller green dominator bar. SEPN. Got a green candle, but no volume on QBTS. SMCI pushing up a little higher. It's snail crawling up to the top there. 45.37 now. Slow progress, but it is rising. Watching these dominator bars. This one's nice and tall, lots of buyers. Both of these indicators are in alignment. As I mentioned earlier, everything up here is green. That's really where you need to focus when I pull up a stock. Is everything green, and do we have volume? KTTA making a spike upwards. It's a dollar stock, currently at $1.07. Let's see if it attracts buyers, or is it just going to continue jumping up and down? It's been pretty volatile this morning. Don't know if I would trust it or not. Unless we get good volume flow coming in to push it higher. Green dominator bars. Everything is green. Let's see if it'll continue to go. These percentages are quite low. I'd like to see 90s, 95s in this number here, and we're not getting it. The buyers are here, just reluctant to go up. Every time we spike up, somebody sells. When you see me pull up a chart that looks this ugly, we always use caution. It's been up and down and all over the place. We've had a few profit takers on SMCI. Let's see if it holds this price level and rises more in a few minutes. Thank you goes up on YouTube for the kind compliment. Waiting for these indicators to start nosing up with the green bar. It's not happening yet. Look like SMCI has found its resting place. Lucy has popped up several times this morning. Just barely moving though. Very low volume. Might be one to put in the watch list and keep an eye on. Not seeing anything at the moment. Well, we had a great Monday and Tuesday. Hopefully, this Wednesday will give us the third day green. Monday was really explosive. Gotta think positive, Niner. Well, it appears the SPY is going up nicely, but nothing else is moving. We can take a look at the ETF, SOXL. It's steadily rising, just like the SPY. QNRX taking off like a rocket here. Just popped into my scans. Let's see if the buyers can keep pushing it higher. It's in a nice price range at $12.90, or actually $12. Let's see if the buyers can keep it going. We're watching the lower indicators. We want them to stay green and start growing tall on these bars. Hopefully not a fake bounce. 81% in the bubble, 70s now. Not a lot of strong buying going on. A lot of profit taking. They may be pulling out because it's not moving up fast enough. Money flow is negative. Looks like it may be turning around, or maybe not. Good job, metronome. Looks like we're continually selling off on QNRX. These stocks still seem to be popping up a little bit late. This does not normally happen. Looks like a few people playing the bounce off the bottom. That was a good $1.50 bounce if you caught it. Still pushing higher, more buyers coming in. The My Blessing is still negative though. The run may not last. And back down we go. Buyers are still pushing QNRX up off the bottom. Maybe a retest of that red line above the candle. That would be over $1 if it makes it up there. Watching the lower indicators. We need the My Blessing to turn around and go upwards. That would be the middle lower indicator. %90 in the bubble, 100%, 80%. Getting weaker on the buys. Back to 100%. Let's see if we get the push back up to the red line. My Blessing still looking weak. Money flow looking weak. This is a tricky one to plan an entry on. It may or may not go. That's what I'm picking up on it. It's an iffy if it does. Red dominator bar, profit takers. Red bubble. Good job, Jamie Lee. Looks like we lost the volume flow here. It's very slow. Need those percentages in the bubble to keep hitting high. 90% now, 100%. Are we going to eventually make it up to the red line? Right now, I believe it's just teasing everyone. It hasn't been a strong enough run for me to click the button. So I'm kind of just watching. It's very unpredictable. Well, my scans are quiet for now. Enjoy your coffee if it's still warm, or your lunch, or your dinner. DEFT, no, Yeah, DEFT moving around a little, but there's no volume here to make a trade. We need lots of buyers. We do have green everywhere, or did. Pulling back a little now. PSTV. We played this stock in the past a couple of times. It's also pulling back at the moment. Right now, we just have a couple of cheaper stocks bouncing up and down. SCPN making a slight move upwards. Currently in consolidation, maybe a breakout to the upside here, up to the red line for a retest. Let's see if we can get the buyers to come in. We need a tall green bar here. Not looking too promising at the moment. SCPN very slowly crawling upwards. Volume is really slow. Would probably have trouble getting in and getting out if you bought this one. Lucy just keeps on popping up. Maybe this is the one that may take off. These little green candles keep triggering my system. Little pop up to the upside there. Currently at 311. Nice tall green dominator bar. All of the indicators are green. The percentage in the bubble is a little bit low. Needs to increase. Maybe we caught this one at the bottom. Let's see how it goes. Nice tall green dominator bar. Volume seems to be picking up. All of the indicators are green. Few profit takers. Let's see if they go away and turn around and run up. It kept giving me early warnings back here in these green bubbles or green arrows or whatever you want to call them, candles. And then it started triggering again here, and now we're there. But never really made any fantastic move. Market can be used for day trading. That's what we do all day long, or most of us anyway. I quit trading at 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning sometimes. But during the regular session, the volume's been dying. It's been quite slow. It's been like that for months. But yes, it does work in the regular session. More buyers coming in now, 90%, 100%. Would be nice to run it up there to that 397 at the red line. Continuing to climb slowly. Hopefully the sellers hold off here and start buying instead of selling and drive it up for some real profit. Don't want to see that red bubble right now, but there it is. Maybe it'll go away and the buyers will cover it up. We'll keep going. I'm watching the money flow down here. That's where I'm focusing right now. There's some selling going on. I'm hoping it stays positive, keeps pushing north. At least it's not a pump and dump, I guess. It is slowly rising. Green dominator bar coming in for a little bit more push. Seems to be getting weaker up here at this level. It's not really being driven up. Kind of floating around now. Good job, YouTube. Good job, traders. D with $300. Sebastian, $2, 20 cents a share, it looks like. Autumn Rain, 126. RLD, $680. These are all on Lucy. C, $23. Greg R, 84. Terry, 81. U4 is 14. JC, 30. Mac, 80 cents. Good job, Mac. 19 cents a share for T. Robert, 76. Owen, 414. Good job, Owen. Guido, $10. Good job. Ghost Win, $5. Pro Dollar, 600. Robert, 240. BBG, $5. David, 10. Price one, $1.50. Good job on these low numbers. I know you guys are learning. Eli, 270. That would be $2.70. Joe, minus 39. Thanks for being honest, Joe. Dax, 234. Good job, Dax. Looks like we may be turning around here and going up a little bit more. Let's see if it'll happen. Maybe we'll get a double play here. Good job, Talha, with $21 paper trading. And Jimbo with 50. And Soul with $1.99. Good job, traders. And Robert, 240. And I got 0. I didn't trade it. Two minutes to the top of the hour. Let's see if some news breaks. See what pops up. Be ready for some quick action if news comes out. SMCI looking up just a little bit, not enough to make it go. Not seeing anything currently. RCAT maybe? Nope. RGTI, no. BVAI, I don't play that stock. Pony, little bit of green candle, nothing exciting. SEPN, no movement. Archer, ACHR, no movement. SPY is going back down. Let's keep an eye on SEPN here. Lucy looking up from the bottom. SEPN very slowly crawling upwards. We are getting some 100% bubbles, but the volume is quite low. Nice tall green buyer bar coming into SMCI. Let's see if we can set a new high. We need another tall green bar right behind this big tall green bar. That would push it up. 100% on the bubble. Everything green. A little spike up, 45.50. Actually 60. It's only about 7 cents on that candle. $45.64, pushing up a little higher, $45.71. Don't forget to post stock symbols in capital letters. I am a partially blind person. It's easier for me to spot them when you post them. If they're lower caps, I can't hardly make them out. Thank you very much. IHXL, I'm being told. This one's been battling that range up there. It's a penny stock. We don't normally play these. They are too volatile for us. I'm going to go back to the SEPN and the QNRX. We don't do the pennies here. At least we try to avoid them. We're looking for big bucks, not spending all the money to make a dollar. Good job, Don. $20 on SMCI. Still pushing a little higher on that one. I'd love to buy it, but there's not enough buyers here to really drive this stock. It's going to be a slow crawler, I believe. I've had about 5 green bars in a row down here of the buyers, but just barely creeping up. This took about 6 or 8 minutes to get that far. Still pushing higher though. 46.17 now. Yeah, I'm watching PLTR on another chart. Thank you for pointing it out. been playing PLTR since it was very cheap, like $14 or $18, somewhere around there. They are over in the newest free scripts in the premium section down there by the stages that were the live stream stages. Good job, G-Man. I see a few direct messages to me. It's going to be a while before I can get to them. If you have a serious issue, contact support. Maybe they can help you out. See you later, A. Good trading. Few of you already profitable and leaving. That's a good sign. ICCT getting a little of attention. Volume extremely low. All right, YouTubers, I let you run over for a while. I was hoping to get one in here for you, but it did not happen this morning. We did get a little bit of play out of it, but I appreciate each and every one of you who joined me this morning. If you like what you see, hit the like button for me. Make YouTube buy me some coffee. Subscribe to the channel. Attend the live streams on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you want to join us over on Discord, hit the label up at the top, the white and yellow one. Sign up for free. If you decide to upgrade to a premium member, do it 1 month at a time. We are in the process of transitioning over to the website. The server is almost here. We're getting closer to that day finally. But you'll get lots of training if you upgrade. 60 plus scans, 30 plus custom indicators. Everything is custom, actually. You'll get me 4 hours a day finding stocks, putting them on the chart, making a little bit of profit. But thank you for joining me this morning. As always, God bless. I will see everyone on Friday. I am out.